Well, Dr. Carl Fay is Professor of Strategy at BI Norwegian Business School. Professor, welcome. Good to see you. Well, they gather in interesting times. Just how significant is this year's gathering?
Well, I think the thing that strikes one most is the scale of things. This has moved from a smaller thing to a really large thing. Now this year, 155 countries are represented here. 290 of the 500 largest firms in the world are here. They're expecting about 450,000 visitors. So this is surely not small, and I think we're seeing some important themes like AI and the green transition mentioned a lot at the Hongqiao Forum that I'm talking about, which is part of this. And we see also increasing prevalence in areas like the silver economy, which is becoming really important for China, along with healthcare.
China's premier, in his speech, talking about China's commitment to what he called high standard opening up and expanding market access, especially in the services sector. What does that look like in practice? I mean, what does that mean in particular for European businesses?
Well, the State Council has recently approved 155 pilot programs to open up the service sector. I think some of the reason for this is that while there's been lots of talk about many countries, probably most loudly the U.S., having a trade deficit with China, the U.S. and many European countries have a trade deficit in trade of products, but they actually have a trade surplus when it comes to trade and services. So I think China has realized, okay, so, everyone can specialize in what they're best at doing. If European countries are really good at services, let's leverage that. And so they've done things like allowing doctors to practice in China who are foreign doctors without getting certification here on a short-term basis. In the financial sector, now pension funds and insurance companies are able to work here. And it's even possible to open up foreign nursing schools, for example. So we see a number of different pilot projects, and they see what works and what doesn't work and build on that.
The Premier also mentioning in his speech China's willingness to work with partners to strengthen global trade governance. In particular, I wonder how that looks like for China-EU collaboration.
Well, I think there are a number of things. One of the most sort of visible things, which may seem at first to be small, but I think is a pretty big deal, is that China has been expanding its visa-free business possibilities. So now a lot of European countries can come and do business for a period of time visa-free. And so that just makes it that much easier to come and work in China. Also, I think Europe is trying to, keep more moderate or even no tariffs with China. Norway's done a particularly good job of that where I'm based. In electric vehicles, much of the world has put tariffs on Chinese EVs. Norway has decided not to have any tariffs on EVs, and this has helped Norway to be the country in the world that has the highest percentage of new car sales being EVs, about 95%. Especially when we talk about things like the green transition, we need to all collaborate together, because you can't sort of say we're going to have Norway be beautiful and green and the rest of the world not. We're all intertwined in that. And I think China has recognized that. And I think so this is one area that probably all of Europe, which has been a leader in different green technologies, can probably collaborate a lot with China.
Carl Fay, thank you for that. Dr. Carl Fay, Professor of Strategy at BI Norwegian Business School.